LaDonna Sanchez carries a presence that feels both powerful and reassuring. A woman who steps into any space with a mixture of quiet confidence and magnetic warmth. There is an undeniable glow about her, something rooted deeper than beauty or style. It is the glow of self-knowledge, of lived experience, of a woman who has learned to honor every chapter of her story, not just the polished parts. Her path into modeling did not begin with ambition. It began with healing. LaDonna grew up surrounded by women whose strength was measured not by how loudly they spoke, but by how gracefully they endured. She learned early that beauty is not something you chase, it's something you cultivate from the inside out. Her mother taught her resilience, her grandmother taught her pride, and the world around her taught her that curves were not something to hide, but something to carry with dignity. Still, LaDonna's relationship with her body was its own journey. She was expressive, artistic, and full of personality, but she didn't always see herself represented in the images around her. There were moments when she felt unseen, moments when she felt misunderstood, moments when her reflection didn't match the standards imposed on her. Yet even in those times, she sensed something powerful within herself, a resilience that whispered, "Your beauty is not negotiable." That quiet truth stayed with her. Years later, when she began sharing photos on social media, she wasn't trying to build a career. She was simply showing up as herself. Authentic, expressive, and beautifully real. But people took notice. Her confidence was magnetic. Her style was fresh and feminine, and her ability to connect through the camera was undeniable. LaDonna didn't pose. She communicated. She didn't portray beauty, she embodied it. Her first major breakthrough happened when a photographer invited her for a test shoot. At first, she almost declined. Imposter syndrome lingered in the background, whispering doubts, but she showed up anyway. And it only took a few clicks of the camera for the photographer to say, "You belong here." For LaDonna, those words became pivotal. She saw in those photos what others had always seen. A natural model, a woman with presence, a face that carried softness and strength in equal measure. Fashion quickly became her playground, a space where she could unapologetically express every shade of her identity. She loved structured pieces that highlighted her silhouette, bold colors that complemented her skin, and soft fabrics that moved with her body. She refused to dress to disappear. Instead, she dressed to honor herself. Her wardrobe became a visual diary of empowerment. As her platform grew, she leaned into purpose. LaDonna didn't want to be known only for looks, she wanted to be known for impact. She began sharing pieces of her story, moments of vulnerability, lessons learned through adversity, and reminders that confidence is not a straight path but a daily practice. Her words resonated. Women from around the world wrote to her saying she helped them see themselves differently. She became a voice for women learning to rebuild their confidence one honest moment at a time. Brands soon recognized the unique blend of beauty and authenticity she offered. She collaborated with designers who valued real representation and partnered with campaigns that celebrated diversity in body type, skin tone, and identity. Every project she touched carried meaning. She approached modeling not as performance, but as representation, for the women who rarely saw themselves in fashion, and for the girls who deserved to grow up believing their bodies were worthy of celebration. What set LaDonna apart wasn't just her natural beauty, it was her emotional presence. She knew how to hold herself with elegance. She knew how to make vulnerability feel powerful. She understood how a single photo could shift someone's perspective about themselves. She modeled with intention. She spoke with clarity. She represented with heart. Outside of modeling, LaDonna is grounded by family, culture, and spirituality. She values connection over attention, peace over performance, and authenticity over aesthetics. She lives with purpose, moves with softness, and carries herself with a confidence that feels both earned and shared. Her long-term vision reaches far beyond the camera. She dreams of launching a line centered around body-positive fashion, clothing created not to fix women's bodies, but to celebrate them. She wants to host seminars, panels, and digital content that teach self-worth as much as style. She imagines a future where girls of every size grow up seeing women like her on magazine covers, in campaigns, on runways, and in leadership roles. LaDonna Sanchez is more than a model. She is a storyteller, a mirror, a reminder that beauty is not shaped by rules, but by truth. She represents a generation redefining femininity on their own terms. Every curve, every moment, every word she shares forms part of a larger movement, one that tells women they are already enough. Her journey is still unfolding, but one thing is clear: she's not here to fit in. She's here to shift the standard, uplift her community, and help women around the world reclaim the confidence they were always meant to carry.